Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And listen, I know I have not sit down and done my makeup on camera. It's been a while, okay? And I'm gonna be doing a updated foundation routine. I feel like I haven't filmed one of these in years, and I currently love my foundation routine, so I definitely want to share it with you guys. Now, as for the eyes, I'm gonna keep it very simple. I'm not even gonna really do an eye tutorial today because it's gonna be super simple. It's all about the skin. I'm doing a talk through, by the way, and I'm not really used to doing these talk through videos. I find them a lot harder to film for me because I'm so used to doing voiceovers. Oh my gosh. But I'm gonna talk my way through this today. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do my brows, but I'm gonna do it off camera because I really don't have anything new to show you when it comes to brows. And my way of doing brows might not be for some people. So I'm just gonna step off camera really quickly and fill in half of my brow. And then probably gonna do my eye as well, but I'm gonna keep the eyes really simple, really quick, and then jump into the skin. I'm keeping my eyes super simple, and I'm just using bronzer today. I'm using Makeup by Mario Dark Soft Sculpt Bronzer. That's the shade. I love this bronzer, can you tell? I use it a lot, especially on my eyes. I'm gonna move on and do my liner. Listen, I struggle when it comes to doing my liner on camera, so yeah, we're not gonna do that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pop some lashes on. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna prep my skin, and I'm gonna go in with some moisturizer. I'm using the Fresh Lotus Youth Preserve Dream Face Cream Super Lotus Night Recovery. Why is the name of this cream so long? Anyways, it works. We can't be putting foundation on dry, you know, flaky skin, so we gotta moisturize. Keep that face moisturized. This is why I don't like doing talk through. I have children running around the house. Now I'm gonna move on to prepping the skin. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Milk Hydro Grip Eye Primer. And I use this for my under eyes because it really does help with under eye creasing. I kid you not, this product is a game changer for me. I absolutely love this product. I'm obsessed with it. Next, I'll be taking the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I've been using this a lot lately. My friend Natalie introduced me to this product, and you really don't need a lot of it. A little goes a long way. I find that it really helps with keeping my foundation on all day, and it also helps if you have any kind of texture on your skin. It helps to smooth out the texture. I'm just gonna apply this in the areas that I think I need it the most, and also my nose as well, just to smooth out that nose area. So next I'm gonna move on to foundation, and this foundation is perfect if you have dry skin. It's gonna give your skin a really nice glow. My skin is not dry, it's not oily, it's like in between, and I get oily T-zone area, but I'm gonna use powder and all that stuff to, you know, mattify the areas that I need the most. So for me today, I'm gonna be using the Forever Skin Glow by Dior. And I was just introduced to this foundation like a month ago, and I freaking love it. The only problem is I can't find a foundation shade that matches me perfectly. So I actually had to end up getting two foundation. So I'm using the 45N, and I believe this one is, I have no idea because it's not written on here, but I will definitely put it in the description box down below and you guys can check that out. So I apply the lightest shade on my hand like this, and then I'm gonna go in with the darker shade, 2 drops of that, and I'm just literally just mixing them together like so with my hand, and I'm gonna apply it all over my face. This is probably a little bit too much foundation. This foundation is definitely buildable as well. You can build it up to a fuller coverage, but it just looks like skin, and I really love it. So what I've been loving lately is just applying my foundation with a foundation brush. You guys know, if you used to watch my makeup tutorials, I'm like a die-hard beauty blender sponge user. I still use the sponge to help blend things out, but I really like applying it with the brush. I love the end results. Tell me it doesn't look good. It looks good. And as you can see, I leave the under eyes bare. I don't really apply the foundation under the eye like I used to because I just feel like too much products, foundation, then concealer, it's gonna make it look really not flattering. And like I said, I go in with my beauty blender just to make sure everything is nicely blended. All right, so now I'm gonna go in with some concealer, and honey, this is my Ride or Die product, and this is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer in the shade Warm Sand. And I'm gonna use this to highlight certain areas on my face, so the under eyes, down the nose, forehead, chin area. And I also like to use a lighter concealer as well, but I'm gonna put it on after I apply. Now I'm gonna move on to contour. I love doing cream contour. I'm gonna let this product sit on my face for a bit because when you let it sit, when you go into blend, it's gonna give a really nice, flawless finish. And the product that I'm using, it's by Rare Beauty. It's the Always Sunny Bronzer Stick. I'm gonna use the number 200 brush by Real Techniques. I really love their brushes. And I'm going to go ahead and apply it right here. Now, this brush is actually a foundation brush, but we're gonna use it for contour. I think I apply a little too much, just a little, but it's okay because I can blend it out easy. I don't really contour my forehead to make it look smaller. I actually do it just because I like when my forehead looks a bit more on the tan side. Now I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just blend out those harsh lines because we don't need them. I'm gonna go in and start blending that highlighted area out. And the brush that I'm using is actually by Real Techniques 421 brush. Love, love, love this brush. The brush has changed my life and I love how it makes my under eyes look. And as for the nose highlight, because the brush is a little bit on the big side, I'm gonna go in with my sponge, my beauty blender, and blend it. So for the inner corner of my eyes, I'm actually gonna apply a lighter concealer. And this one is also by Real Techniques, just to highlight that area a bit more. The concealer that I was using, it's not as super bright, I find, for the under eye. So I like to go in with the shade Sand. Now I don't like it on its own, so I do like having the darker one under it. And again, I'm just gonna let this concealer chill.
Let it chill for a bit.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and blend it in. I want it to get like nice and tacky, you know, and then blend it in, and it's gonna give a really nice full coverage look under the eye. Now I'm gonna move on to blush, and I'm gonna be using a cream blush. Yes, the concealer is still here chilling. And honestly, this is one of these concealers you don't really have to worry about too much. It's not gonna get dry and crusty under the eye, so it can chill for a bit. So I'm gonna go in with the Colored Rain cream blush. This is in the shade Smooches. It's super bright and super pigmented. You gotta be very careful with this blush. If you put on too much, you might look crazy. I'm using a Colored Rain small angled face brush. Listen, you gotta tap a little bit of that off. I always do this because you see how bright that is? Bright, but it's so pretty. And I'm going to apply this on the high points of my cheek like so. And don't worry, I'm gonna blend that out. Can't go too crazy with the blush today because I think I'm gonna be doing a red lip today. I don't know, I'm feeling kind of bold. See how that blush is looking? It's cute. I'm gonna blend it out in a bit. I should blend out some of it right now. But now we're gonna go ahead and blend in that concealer. So I'm gonna go back with the Real Techniques brush and I'm gonna blend. And I just wanna pull it down, kind of like a triangle shape, highlight the face. So guys, this is more of like my full coverage beat. I love this when I'm like going somewhere special or I'm gonna be taking photos. It looks really flawless in photos, but it's not my everyday makeup. My everyday makeup is literally like a 10-minute beat. And if you guys want to see like a video on that, I can definitely film that. And it actually does not involve foundation at all. So yeah, if you guys want to see it, let me know. And I'm going to go in with a sponge just to make sure I blend it out really nicely under the eye because I don't want any creasing when I apply my powder. I'm going to go back in with the blush brush just to apply it at the high points of my cheeks. Kind of bring it inwards, like under the eye as well. Now, I am not the best when it comes to nose contour. So some days it looks good and then some days I'm like, oh, what's going on here? So I'm gonna go in with this little brush right here. It's the Luxe 207 brush. So, and then I'm gonna apply some of that cream stick contour right by the inner portions of my nose. And I already feel like I'm not doing a good job of this. And as for my bronzer that I used earlier, I'm actually gonna reapply it in this area as well once my powder is on. Now we're gonna move on to powder, and listen, you can bake if you want to, you don't have to. I'm not gonna bake the under eyes because that is just not working for me anymore. Anyways, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier Honey Translucent Powder. So I apply the powder into the cap and I apply it onto my sponge. This is a lot of powder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to actually pat some of that off onto my skin right here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pat this under the eye, make sure there is no super creasing before I apply the powder. And I'm gonna go in like so. Guys, I'm using actually a little bit more powder than I'm used to. Lord. Okay, doesn't look bad. So I apply a bit of that powder onto the areas that I needed the most. My forehead is looking hella shiny. Next, I'm going to be taking the MAC Studio Fix powder in the shade NC44.5, and I just use it to, you know, set. And the brush that I'm using, it's by Morphe, the Jaclyn Hill collection brush. I'm going to move on to bronzer, and this is my absolute favorite bronzer ever when it comes to my face. And this is the Matte Mineralize in Dark Deep. I'm going to go ahead and apply this on the hollows of my cheek, and I use it to contour as well as just bronzing up my entire face. And then as for baking, I don't bake the under eyes, but I'm gonna do that. Okay, so I'm just going to let this bake for a little and I'll be right back. I already started dusting away all the excess powder, but I'm gonna do a little bit of a cleanup on my contour because it's looking tragic. I'm not gonna leave this on for very long. I'm gonna leave it on for like a minute. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and dust away the excess powder. So basically you wanna go like this, pat it into the skin. Don't do that, because if you do that, it's really not gonna do what it's supposed to do. And then sometimes if I feel like this area looks a little too light, I go in with my regular powder and just, you know, kind of fix that up a little so it doesn't look ashy. Now for my nose, I'm gonna use this random brush to dust away the powder on my nose. Nose is looking a little snatched. Now as for highlight, I haven't really been into highlight a whole lot lately, mainly just for my nose. So the highlight I'm gonna use is Oh Darling by MAC Extra Dimension Highlight. And I'm going to apply that on the tip of my nose like so. I'm using this very small eyeshadow brush. It's by Colored Rain. It's their mini blending brush and I love it for this purpose. Kind of like in between the brow area, so it kind of cleans up that contour a bit as well. And I'm done. Loves it. I just stepped off camera, I looked in the mirror, and the face is given what it's supposed to be given. I'm here for it. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to the finale. Well, the finale is the lip, but I'm gonna apply my Morphe Continuous Setting Mist, and I love this spray and I use a lot of it. And I'm gonna use my little fan to speed it up. Okay, and because we are feeling extra, I'm gonna do a red lip, you guys. So the red lipstick that I'm using is by MAC Cosmetic. It's called MAC Smash, and it's a powder kiss. So it's kind of like a liquid matte, but it's not like dry and matte. It has like this nice powdery finish. I'm gonna try doing Cork to line the top of my lips with, and then go in with the lipstick and see how it looks. Now we're gonna use the MAC Smash lipstick, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lips. Okay, I'm gonna take the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, Party All Night, Stay All Day. Now I find that with the Morphe setting spray, my makeup looks great. It looks amazing. It gives it more of that airbrush finish, I find. And this one keeps on my makeup all day, all night, especially like in this area because I tend to get more oily in the T-zone area. So when I use this, it ain't moving. It is staying put. The face is beat and it's given what it's supposed to be given. This is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoy this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you do. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Let me know if you want to see more makeup tutorial. So yeah, we'll see you guys in another video very, very soon. I love you guys and thank you for watching. Bye.